Hello everybody and welcome back to the Scottish Outdoor Boys. In this video, me and Freddie have went and bought an absolute stinker of a boat. We're going to repair the boat if it needs any. We're going to refurbish the boat and we absolutely know nothing about boats. Sure we are, son?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do first?
Fix outboard.
We're going to look at the outboard to see if it needs fixed.
Yeah.
And if it needs fixed, we're going to get it done. So let's see if this boat turns over. I'm just going to prime the fuel bulb. We primed this a good few times, I believe, until it's quite hard. Don't know if that's good or bad. It's quite soft again, so maybe that let fuel through or something. Let me try again. I think the fuel system's losing pressure. So we're going to look under the cowling to see if we can identify any problems. And one of the first things I'm going to be looking for is fuel leaks, because I feel like it's losing fuel pressure. This was me walking around it. I was investigating to see if there was any fuel leaks coming from anywhere. I couldn't see anything, but when I was priming the bulb, this little silver box here was letting fuel through two of the seals, which you can just see here in this video. So that means our next job is to
Replace the fuel pump right now.
And who's going to replace it?
Me.
Let's do it. Well done, wee man. And then that's you. Perfect. So we've loosened the top and the bottom nut of this fuel pump. We've got the new fuel pump. However, we can't get it off because this is restricting it. So we're going to take this off first to allow us to have free access to that. As you can see, I just loosened this a bit. It was very footery and I have removed the old fuel pump and the leak was all coming from here. So out with the old and with the new. Here is the nice new fuel pump. Now for the wee footery bit, to try and get that in, get the two screws back in, and then the fuel line's hooked back up, and hopefully this solves our problem. If not, back to the drawing board. So this is very pernickety, especially when you've got sausage fingers, but I've got a spare fairer. So this is very pernickety, trying to get this back on, because I've got sausage fingers. But at hand is Freddie always, to help his daddy repair this engine, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold this in place, wee man. And you...
I don't think I can do it.
Yes, you can. I know you can. You've got it. And you are going to...
Screw it into that hole right there.
Yes. So now I've just finished putting the fuel lines back on. Going to give it a start. I'll try and give it a start. See if that fixes the problem. I've primed the bulb. There goes nothing. We're in business. So it seems to be idling no bad. I'm going to wait until it heats up, get a couple of minutes, and I'm going to teach the cover on it to make sure that that works. It's been running for a wee bit, managed to heat it up, don't know how long it's been sitting before it's been turned on. I'm going to increase the revs ever so slightly to make sure that the bigger jets are opening up in the carburetor. forward gear. What we're going to do now that we know we can get the engine running fine, we're going to cut to us giving it a clean. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the boat a sand down using 180 grit sandpaper on the wee sander mouse. I'm then going to give it a wipe down with thinners to clean all that surface area, and then we are going to paint it with a marine enamel paint. We're going to go dark blue just to make the job easier for us. So let's get to it. Right, I think you get the point. I'm going to sand it all down and we'll cut to then. So I'm just going to be removing the old sticker now that I've sanded it down. Don't have a heat gun, so the next best thing . So now you can see I have sanded the boat down and I have run over it with a dirty rag with this gear. Well, it was a clean rag to begin with, and now it's dirty. And apparently that gets all the grease or oils or anything like that off it before I paint it. So next up, we're going to be painting. Firstly, I would just like to say thanks to anybody still watching this far. Please like and subscribe to stay tuned with the Scottish Outdoor Boys to see if this floats or sinks. The next video coming up on the playlist is very, very similar to this one, so if you enjoyed it, please stay tuned for that. And as you can see from here, the video consists of us buying a cheap outboard on Facebook Marketplace to see if we can get it fixed.